This goes back slightly to something we were talking about before. We were talking in a way about to what extent there's something American in Nolan's longings, or in a way about the story as a whole. And this is, I think, a kind of dilemma for America. America, unlike the other nations, are not simply built on shared nativity, on common ancestry. We are a nation founded upon a creed of liberty, equality, the rights expressed in the Declaration of Independence, religious freedom, religious toleration, the rule of law, majority rule, minority rights, the opportunity to make something of yourself without external constraint beyond law-abidingness. All of those are abstract principles which you don't finally have to be an American to embrace. And while they're wonderful things and we enjoy the life built by living in a polity that's founded upon them, the principles themselves don't produce the attachment. They don't produce the emotional attachment. And the question is, what do Americans need in addition to the philosophical principles that form the heart of our convictions? What else is required to produce citizens who are attached to the regime, who will sacrifice on her behalf, who will take an interest in doing more than enjoying their individual rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? And it seems to me this story, though set in the told in the Civil War and set in the early part of the Republic, with its emotional power, I think is, as Amy says, belongs to something of the poetry of the kinds of tales that we need. And we don't need just the speech about our principles. That's, I guess, what I'm fumbling to say.
I think what a story enables you to do is to get inside of other characters, make the decisions that they're making, face the kinds of problems that they're facing in a way that you cannot do simply by reading a treatise and analyzing it. Stories also are especially important in American civic education, it seems to me. And that's precisely because America is founded on principles. And we have to elaborate what those principles are. The best way to elaborate what those principles are to see people who instantiate the principles, to see people who demonstrate what we're talking about when we talk about abstractly about liberty and equality, or about commerce, or about reverence, or something like that. The only other thing I want to say is that stories, more than anything else, especially in a democratic America, give us, precisely because we are capable of entering into them, identifying with the characters, they give us a common tradition that we might not otherwise have.